Yeah, I was hoping for floods or tornadoes or something, but they picked it as a joke, as earthquake, and they never had. That's right, the week after that we had the earthquake. And all I want to say is that he handled the whole thing, ran with it, had the registration. It confused the heck out of the police because they were there to see an earthquake a week before it happened. And they couldn't figure out what we had while we were registered for disaster areas, especially since there was a big storm coming up, at supper time? And we got caught off guard with our supper. Never mind the earthquake. One of the boys is Hero here tonight? Hero? Where you at? Come on, Tokyo Rolls, come on.
When did he get back? When did he get back?
Well, this is what's left of the Japanese nation after earthquake. Hero gave all the demonstrations because nobody else knew a darn thing about earthquakes, and he also had a special hood and so forth that he brought with us, and I was kind of hoping he'd bring it tonight, but it's a little embarrassing to wear. But anyway, Hero worked the instructions. Malcolm worked up the program, so between the two, they worked out pretty good. Then on top of that, I think the Cubmaster, Woody Zorn, ended up with another Japanese boy, came out of nowhere, and you two got together, and it sure wasn't what about the earthquake was. So with that, I just want to let you know the leader we had took full responsibility, did the job, completed it, so now he's going to be saddled with the awards. Thank you. You can help me.
Environmental Science Merit Badge, Swimming Merit Badge, and Soil and Water Conservation Merit Badge for Josh Robertson.
Malcolm Robertson, motorboating, rowing, citizenship in the world, and Indian lore.
Also, the treasurer for the varsity group, she's the adult representative. The boys operate and manage their own money in that varsity, but they still have to have an adult treasurer, and you have to have an adult treasurer in the scout troop. I am the financial planner. That's a heck of a name for it, but that's what they say it is.
The troop Court of Honor is now closed, and we're going to open Eagle Court of Honor.
I'd like to give you a little background on this man. For 17 years, he was the scoutmaster at St. Margaret Mary's Troop 306 on Shelbyville Road, across from Oxmoor, and about to become Oxmoor Junior. Oh, we really don't know that. Okay. He's presently the unit commissioner, but he was the scoutmaster over there for 17 years. It seems like that is a ringing number with a lot, because that's the same length of time I was scoutmaster here. His training awards are the Scouters Award, what we call the Scoutmaster's Key, Commissioner's Award, and the highest training award of them all, with the beads and the tan neckerchief wood badge.
Believe me, I did that overnight. I can say 57 years ago, I passed my tenderfoot test on the cold terrazzo floor at St. Boniface Church. And believe it or not, you boys will know it when I say I didn't try a cove hitch, but I tied a clover hitch around the baptismal font. I'd like all former Eagle Scouts to come up and stand behind the table. I shouldn't say farmer, I would like all Eagle Scouts to come forward. You're never a farmer, you're a lifetime member. Frank, I want you to go get Malcolm's mother and dad and younger brother. And I always have to, my fingers are clumsy, unpin these things first, so I can't dump it too far. But this is his Eagle Scout kit. It's his badge, it's his medal, it's a pin for his mother to wear, a tie clasp for his dad, and a tie clasp for him to wear when he's in civilian clothes. So without further ado, Mom, this is the last badge you'll ever get on that board. Straight to it. You go straight if you want to look.
Just kidding.
I was at a ceremony Monday a week ago where Mom had 2 eagles on and got her 3rd one. 3 in the same family. And I said, what's next? And she said, I guess I'll have to go adopt one. Proudly wear, but you know, we're getting away from ties on it. Just wear it and you will tell. You're next in line. I hope. Give this to the brother and put him weight on his time. This is the box it was all in. After his 18th birthday, he will no longer wear that medal on his uniform, only at an Eagle presentation. He can wear the badge or the ribbon or not. So there's the house that medal will lay in. And I want to congratulate you. There's more. Right? There's a certificate that all Eagle Scouts get. I like to see them framed and hung in their rooms, not put in the bottom of the drawer. Top drawer, fold it in half.
You're responsible. We'd like to have the other, is Mike Bowling still here?
Yeah, I'm going back here.
Come on up here, Mike. Come on, Scoutmaster. And the new Scoutmaster, can we have down here? As you can see in our troop, there's more than just one person having influence on a boy advancing. Still has to have his personal initiative, but without these leaders, you ain't gonna get there. So,
Also, he gets a letter from Ben H. Love, our Chief Scout Executive. That, incidentally, can go in with your resume. You also get a letter from Kenneth Conley, our Scout Executive here in Kentucky, for Kentucky Council. That letter can also go in your resume. And I might add that the word Eagle Scout on any resume means a lot. On any application, it means a lot. So be proud of it. And Mom, congratulate you. Okay. So, brother.
all won't find this out past this night, but we've had more than one boy apply to the military academies for application, and Malcolm was one of them. And Malcolm, would you tell us what it says about Eagle Scout on the application?
You had to fill out a pre-candidate questionnaire to send in. It's to all 3 military academies. And it has a space listed on each one for a first class award and an Eagle Scout award. So I was able to fill those in.
What he's talking about, that was on the Annapolis form, there's a dot. It doesn't ask anything about the Eagle, it just says Eagle, and you put a dot in there. And if you got first class and that's all further you want, you put a dot in there. You can see that you would put both of them if you were an Eagle. On the U.S. Army, on the West Point thing, it's a box and they actually put a check in there. It doesn't even ask about first class. All it asks about is Eagle. Samely on the Air Force. The Air Force has one block there, has that. Now, Malcolm, would you also tell us something else that you found out you're eligible for now because you're an Eagle?
U of L offers 10 scholarships a year, full scholarships to U of L, and for $1,400. It's only for the Eagle Scouts and the old Kentucky Films Council to apply for that.
Okay. Can you tell us, what was it? Was there 11 of them applied, somebody dropped or moved, left town? But the other 10, every one of them got it, didn't it, this last year?
Well, I got kind of contradictory reports.
All right, but anyway, there's what, 10 of them?
10 awards a year.
I haven't known anybody that applied for it that really wanted it if they didn't go to another school. Now, we've had other Eagle Scouts in ours go to different medical schools. We've had some go on football scholarship and time. We've even had one get a golf scholarship back in the 50s. But, you know, it was for $400 a year. And back in the 50s, $400 a year was dropping out of the sky because the boy was a caddy during the summer at different times. It was, you know, it was pretty nice to have. So there can be some advantages to this. And Joel, would you say one more item? What is this program just fun and games, or is it educational, or can it help them at school? Just one closing comment.
It is educational. The merit badges, they're on his sash or on his vest. I mean, these are achievements that really start you thinking as to what line you're going to follow in later life. You can almost set your goal in school by the merit badges on the boy's jacket, by the way he has worked towards those merit badges. And it's not all fun and games. Some of it's work and sweat. But
If the personal initiative.
if the person has the initiative, he can go on. That's why I told these young fellas here, push, go ahead and work for it. And the ones sitting back here that are life-sorry, that are working now, they should go ahead and work. And if you can't make Eagle by 16, you'll never make it at 18. Because there's too much between your 16th and your 18th year in school and your social life that it just slows you down completely. It's hard to do. You're better off if you make it by the time you're 16. Now, speaking from experience, I've had 59 Eagle Scouts in my troop.
The Eagle Court of Honor is now over, and there were freshmen in the back of the scouts would let the parents see something to me first.